Hey guys, what's up? It is Nathan here, and I'm doing another LEGO review, this time on the LEGO Indiana Jones motorcycle chase. So, as always, let's start with the minifigures. Well, actually, first, this set was released in, of course, 2008 or 2009 as part of the Indiana Jones line of sets, and this line only lasted for 2 years, and this was one of, I believe, two sets that came out for Last Crusade. Last Crusade is, of course, my favorite Lego Indiana Jones film. No, three sets. Three sets came out for Last Crusade, and this was one of them. Last Crusade is, of course, one of my favorite Lego Indiana Jones. It's my favorite Indiana Jones film, but it also was one of the. It was not the set that had the least sets, or it was not the movie that had the least sets. That was actually Temple of Doom, but this one was the, I believe, the second. This only had three sets, which were this set, the fighter plane attack, as well, or the fighter plane chase, whatever, I don't know, fighter plane attack, I think it was the fighter plane attack, and the Venice Canal chase, and I really like this set. This is a really, really awesome set. It was $10 when it came out, and now if you want it, it's exponentially more expensive, but this set is really cool, and let's start with the figures. So this is, of course, Indiana Jones. He's the same as he usually is. He's got his revolver, he's got his whip, which is in the sidecar right now. He's got his satchel, he's got his fedora. He's the same figure that was in the Crystal Skull set. No difference. Now this figure is very, very cool. This is, of course, Henry Jones Sr., Indy's dad, and it is very, very cool that we got to see this figure. He's, of course, played by Sir Sean Connery in the film, and this is an amazing liking. I think this liking is absolutely amazing. If it will focus, there we go. This is such an amazing figure. It doesn't have leg printing, doesn't have back printing, but he's an amazing figure, and this is one of the few instances where taking off the hat on a figure, I think, actually works because of how little hair Sean Connery has in the film. I think that this figure actually works really well. I know that there's a sort of revamped version of this figure coming in the 2023 fighter plane set for Indiana Jones, but I still really like this figure, and I think it absolutely holds up. And he also has a map, I forgot to mention, and then the other figure is, of course, the German soldier, which we got a lot in the Last Crusade and Raiders sets, and that's interesting because in the movie, they were Nazis. So this is a very interesting figure, and it's a very cool figure, but it's kind of dated. The exception is with the torso, but the legs don't have leg printing. The face is not a face that they use anymore. It was used in a lot of Indiana Jones and the Star Wars sets, as well as a couple of other themes. And I mean, it's a good face, but it kind of outlived its use. He, of course, also has the revolver as well as the motorbike helmet. This is actually the exact same figure, I believe, as the German pilot, just with a different color. He just has a different color of helmet base, but they're pretty much the exact same figure. So this is actually a pretty simple figure, all things considered, and it's the exact same as a lot of other German soldiers. It just has a different hat. So yeah, those are the three figures. Now let's move on to the set. So the set is actually pretty interesting in that it consists of two motorbikes and boxes and a little outpost thing. So let's start with the most basic thing other than the boxes, and that is, of course, the German's motorbike. This is the same motorbike piece that was used on Indy and his father's motorbike, but it is just the motorbike. And it's a very cool piece. I've always liked this dirt bike piece, but especially in this gray color, but it is still a very cool piece, even several, like 15 years after it was initially made. I really like this piece, but it's very cool. It's just basic, and you can put the German soldier on it, of course, which is nice, and his helmet just did a thing. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, he's dead now. And the next thing, of course, is the boxes. There's nothing in them. They were just brought in for decoration, some sort of side decoration, as was this flag, which I actually completely forgot about until like literally just now. So this is a little flag, which you'll see the relevance of here in a second, but first, let's show this sidecar. This is one of my favorite builds that came out of an Indiana Jones set, and the bar is really high, but I think this was a genius little build, and it did what it was supposed to do with very little pieces and a very uncomplicated mechanism. And this is such a cool, this was such a cool scene in the movie, and so I really like that they actually did do it. I think it's a really, really nice little build. It can hold Indy and his dad. It also holds his whip, which I think is really cool. He can hold his gun. The other thing that he can do is he can kind of, I guess, joust with this little, flag piece. The German soldier that was presumed dead just a second ago, he can fight, and he can stick this in his tire, which is funny because this tire is actually broken, but he can stick it in the tire, and the German soldier can go flying, which is such a cool scene in the film. And then he can look at his father, and his father can disapprove, and so that's funny, because this movie was great. And so that's cool. And then the other thing that I'm going to move around a little bit is this little gate thing. So this is the last build, sort of. This is a little kind of checkpoint. Obviously, I think we all remember from the film, if we've seen it, that Indy just kind of breaks through this. Can't really do that with this very well, but I mean, if you put it on here instead, you kind of can, kind of, sort of, and that's pretty cool, I guess. It's a very, very simple build, but it's definitely functional. You can put a character behind here to look through, and that's all you really want from a build like this, so I think it works pretty well. So let's move on to the final verdict. So overall, I think this set's actually really, really cool, especially if you can get it for a decent price. I think that it's a very, very cool set, and the fact that it was released under about $10 back in 2008 was, I think, actually really, really awesome. I can't think of a single set that was released recently that has this level of playability and also is as iconic as this set. I think it's really nice. But it is no longer $10, and so my opinion is kind of marred by the fact that I paid $90 for this set. Well, I mean, I paid $30, but I paid I paid more than I probably would. But if you want it, especially a sealed version, you're paying upwards of $150. Even a used version will set you back between $50 and $80 usually. So I think that even for $30, I think this set could potentially be worth it if you have like fond memories of it or you're just an avid fan. But anything more than that, I think that you should probably just wait until you can find it for a better price. So with that being said, I would like to thank you all very much for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment what your favorite Indiana Jones set is, and if you like this one, and I will see all of you guys later. Bye!